Hi, I'm Pete May, president of GreenBiz Group. Delighted to have you here for GreenBiz Studio, and I'm with Mark Cayce of, I'm going to see if I pronounce it correctly, Ouachita Electric Co-op.
That's pretty close.
Arkansas.
That's pretty close.
Yeah. And I had to do a little geography lesson when I was trying to find out a little bit more about your co-op, and I realized there are two interesting named towns in the area, Smackover and Locust Bayou. Tell us a little bit about this area that maybe some people don't know about.
Well, South Rural Arkansas, and we serve in both of those areas, Smackover and Locust Bayou. Smackover really has had a longer history. It was an oil boom town in the early 1900s, but that oil has since played out. But the timber industry has been the main driver, economic driver. Lots of sawmills, lots of big timber country, lots of pine trees in South Arkansas.
Yeah, so, interesting.
It's that's what provides most of the jobs. Although we do have a large industrial park that has several large industrial contractors that provide most. We actually have some manufacturing, so that's kind of unique too.
Yeah. So I saw you started your career at TCU, a bigger utility, and what brought you to Ouachita, and what has sustained you of interest there, working as CEO there?
Well, you know, I've been in this business nearly 40 years, and started out working in the Dallas area and as an energy efficiency specialist, and in the early 90s, they went through a round of mergers, and it created some opportunities for me, and I moved to a co-op in South Texas at that time.
Yeah.
And from there, moved to the CEO general manager position at Ouachita.
Yeah.
So I've traveled around a bit, but I think that experience has given me some unique perspective working for an investor-owned utility, as well as for an electric co-op.
Yeah. So. I think the important thing here at VERGE is lessons that can be learned from larger utilities, smaller co-ops. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing. I'm intrigued. You're doing some interesting thing with green tariffs, which has been a big topic here at REBA. Tell us what you're doing in that area and why.
Well, last year we had a tariff approved by the Public Service Commission. We are regulated. A lot of co-ops are not regulated by a commission. So, but as part of that ruling, the commission ruled that the energy efficiency improvements we're making are also part of our core business. And that means that we can get financing for energy efficiency just the same way we get financing when we build new electric lines.
Yeah.
And so the money comes from the same place. All of our investments, whether it be transmission, distribution lines, substations, we borrow from a private lender, they will lend to us for all of our core operations. And now energy efficiency is considered a core operation.
Yeah.
And we started out by providing upgrades to our members' homes. There's no debt incurred for the member. We invest in their property. We recover our investment. We take 80% of the savings. They get 20% of the savings. Most of the time, 90+% of the time, they don't have to pay any upfront money. Occasionally, there's not enough savings to make that happen, and they will make a down payment. But
what are you doing, or what are the lessons you think through this that another utility can glean from about energy efficiency and solar?
Well, what they can find out is, number one, they can really help their members lower their utility bills. What we have found out, it has had a major impact on our utility bills. We buy power just like everybody else. And our biggest expense is our power bill. And so by making our membership more efficient, it makes us more efficient.
Yeah.
And it actually gives us a return by improving the efficiency of our members. And it lowers their bills, lowers our peak demand cost, and it works for everybody.
Yeah, that's great. What are you looking to learn when you deal with other utilities? What kind of things do you like to learn or hear about in comparing your experiences with theirs?
Well, when I talk to other utilities, one of the things I like to stress to them is when we make investments with our tariff, they're actually at less risk than normal investments we make. Every utility experiences write-offs. customers who don't pay their bills, that disappear, they can't find. When we make investments in property, the property doesn't disappear. And as long as it's occupied and someone is paying the bill, we recover our investment.
Yeah.
So those investments are more secure than the normal everyday expenses we have of just providing utility.
Yeah.
And that goes against the grain of what most utilities think when you're providing energy efficiency improvements. And of course, we'll provide them for anybody, but we'll provide them for low income, medium income, high income. If you're a member, you're eligible for this program.
That's great. Well, I wish we had more time to discuss this. Lots of great lessons for utilities all around the country, and someday I will make it to Ouachita and smack over it when I see them. Yeah.
Be glad to have you down there. So.
Mark, it was a pleasure. Thanks for having you on Green Biz too.
Thank you. Appreciate it.